I'm Sister Kathleen Atkinson, and I'm the Director of Ministry on the Margins. Ministry on the Margins is an ecumenical, volunteer-based group to support people who fall through the cracks during times of transition. A major transition would be prison to society. In North Dakota right now, there would be 1,000 men and women who would be completing their time in our prisons and jails, trying to re-enter and looking for support. 2/3 recidivism is the current national status. We have worked with 18 people in this year as part of our mentor teams, and we have 16 who are successfully working, living in the society, and staying connected with us. With that transition, there would be a mentor team that would help a person in skill making, in decision making, in the immediate needs when they transition from prison back into society, and try to incorporate them into the relationships as well as providing them with food, with telephone, with just some of those basic needs that are going to help their success. Another transition may be transitioning from another place in the country where there isn't the work here to Bismarck. Best case scenario, I'm going to come into Bismarck, I'm going to have to do a job background check. It's going to take me 2 weeks. If I get working right away, another 2 weeks till I get my first paycheck. That gives me 1 month with myself and my family before I have a paycheck coming in, and even trying to access housing, food, those needs. That's another transition that we focus on in Ministry on the Margins. We have a food pantry. And the food pantry we learned from the people with whom we work as a need. And that's our style, is to learn from the grassroots people. People were saying to us, I can't access the current food pantry because it's 2 miles from where I live. I live in the downtown Bismarck area. I'm living in a hotel. And so we have established one here on the edges of the downtown area of Bismarck. The other learning edge that we had is with the working poor. They cannot access a food pantry or services that are Monday through Friday until 4 or 4:30 unless they take off work. So we have a food pantry that runs once a week, Thursday evening from 5 to 7. This food pantry, we are serving 30 to 35 families every week in that 2-hour time period, and over 100 people. But we've got some values that we try to hold in the food pantry that are very dear to us. Dignity and decision making. Part of that is the decision making skill. So if you were to come to the food pantry, we serve cookies and coffee, we have games for the children, we have interaction, and then you would be invited to go with a shopping partner into the food pantry, which is set up as a grocery store. There you can choose if you want green beans or creamed corn. One, it gives you the dignity of being able to have a preference, which I have, which others have, which all people can have. The other thing that it does is with a shopping partner, they will talk with you and say, well, maybe you want to add some fruit, or I noticed that you didn't get any pasta. You know, if you mix this pasta. So it's an interactive learning piece in the food pantry. And we're just very excited about some ideas that are coming. So prison to society, food pantry, and a third program that we offer is socialization. In the hospitality center in our office, Tuesday morning we have coffee house. And people who are living on the margins don't get out of their spaces often. Or they're not at the Starbucks. So we have coffee, we have donuts, we play Jenga, we have chess, we have that interaction recreation. The other thing that we have is we have 2 support groups that we run in our area. One has just begun, and they call it as it is. They said, sister, just call it Stay Out of Jail. It's a weekly support group for people who are in that re-entry process, drawing support. We've had 5 people attending it as it's beginning. The other group is a monthly support group for parents who have a child either in the youth or the adult correctional facilities. And there they can come together with other parents and talk those issues. A key barrier is a bad choice in their background. It may be a choice that put me into breaking the law. It's often drug, alcohol related. It may be a choice that put me with a bad credit rating, and so I'm never going to be able to get ahead. It may be a choice of a relationship, but it's a bad choice in my background that just blocks me from moving on. Our agency phone number is 701-426-8747. The address is 115 North 2nd Street in Bismarck.